the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and blast this thing in the media blaster. This is a little before shot, what we're looking at. Definitely needs some attention, so I'm gonna go blast it and then show you what it looks like when it's done. This is after the blasting. That Eastwood B60 really kicks some ass. Just tears through everything. It's really good. It's not too rough. It did expose a little tiny crack right there, but that's really not gonna be a big deal at all. Even blasted right through the old gasket, which is awesome. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and throw this on now. All right, the cover's off, ready to put the new one on. The screws that were on there are pretty worn out and they're stripped, and I'm not gonna put those back on. Actually, I have some powder coated socketed cap screws we're gonna be using for this, so we don't run into an issue when I have to take this back off to put on a gasket and powder coat it, paint it, whatever. We're not gonna run into that issue. It's a dumb design anyway. I don't know if those are factory or what, but I'm not messing around with Phillips head screws. Alright, well that's a huge improvement already. We don't have a huge hole in the stator cover. So now I can move to the next thing, either carbs or figuring out what's going on with the gas tank. But that is money right there. That ain't gonna work right there. Got the tank sitting over here for the leak investigation. Figure out where it's leaking from, but that's not confirmed. That's just what I was told. Maybe it doesn't leak, I don't know. But if it leaks anywhere, hopefully it's the petcock. I'm looking at the kill switch situation I explained in the last video, and it looks like it's just wrapped around the handlebar here, and we have a ground and then another wire that goes here. So I ordered an OEM kill switch. Looks like that's gonna plug right in, and I'll mount it to the handlebar. So that's another thing that's gonna be done as soon as I get that part. We got the gas tank leak investigation solved. I found out that it's weeping right there. It doesn't appear to be cracked or anything. It's just there's a little bead of fluid that's coming out there, so that's got to be welded up and ground down. So found out what's going on with that. Now we gotta fix it. I contacted one of my buddies that does really good welding, so I'm gonna schedule that in with him. In the meantime, just got the stock used kill switch in the mail. It's in beautiful shape, so we're gonna throw that on. New kill switch is on. All it is one ground wire here and one connection in this double connector here. One thing I didn't see on eBay when I bought this didn't come with the clamp. Like, what? I guess that's, you know, how shit goes sometimes, but I'll find a way to fasten it on there, whether it be a zip tie or I check and see what I have in stock, see if I have a back plate for it. Now that's what the seat looks like with the old cover taken off. It's not terrible. I actually expected it to just fall apart a lot more than it did. Could definitely work with that. I did not expect the seat pan to be made out of steel. I thought it was going to be plastic. So I'm not going to be able to staple anything on. So what holds the seat on, the seat cover I should say on, is these little like little shark tooth things here. Whoa, it's a spider. Look at that. Yeah, anyway. So this is gonna be fun. However, the seat cover is like a perfect fit though, which is cool. I have some 3M adhesive that I'm gonna spray on there, make sure it's nice and secure, and then go ahead and anchor it in. So I was doing some thinking. I don't really want to just upholster this thing and leave this thing all black and nasty and like rusted up. I'm gonna go ahead and blast this and paint it before I reupholster it, because I don't want to have a brand new seat all nice and reupholstered and then you look underneath and you see this crap. Boom, seat pan's done. I just need to throw a coat of clear on it because I use flat black paint, but it looks brand new. So now we're gonna move on to the carburetor. We're gonna take this apart, check everything out. The choke lever is a little bit loose, so I'm gonna tighten that up because that shouldn't be flopping around like that. Well, the carb is spotless. Looks like someone already was in here cleaning things out. I mean, you can see right through that jet, no problem. The bowl looks great. I fixed the choke lever. It's now not really floppy like it was before. It's more tight. And I set the air and idle screw to the stock recommended settings, and we can mess with that once we get it running. But I think now let's test for spark. Let's see how the spark is on this bike. Well, we definitely have good spark. I do want to replace the spark plug, and I just got shocked. So yeah, let's see if I can get this on camera. I did order a tripod to hold the camera, but it's not here yet. So the shots should be a lot better going forward. Oh, look at that shit. That's good spark, boy. Nice. Here is the next task. This Kickstart lever has seen better days. Very wobbly. It's missing the rubber grommet thing that goes on here. I'm gonna try to track that down on eBay. That should be an easy find. But a brand new one's $100, and I think I can fix this. Yeah, look at this. You just push it down, and there's a little snap ring that you can pry out of there. So this is gonna be a lot easier than I thought. As long as I can get that out of there. Boom. And these two pieces come off, the spring and the cap. Boom. And now we can see what we can do to tighten this up. This should be simple enough. I just put a copper washer there. I'm gonna use the stock spring. And that should be enough space to fill up the gap that was in there from making this thing flop around. So now I just gotta get that little clip back in. This is gonna be fun. Success. Dude, look at that action. Look at that. I mean, seriously. That's all it took. It was a little copper washer. Swings just fine. It's nice and tight, doesn't flop around. I mean, come on, man. Look at that. Just look at it. Now I can blast it and paint it. And I actually found the rubber piece here on eBay. Brand new Honda NOS part. 10 bucks, that's on the way. Next couple things I'm gonna do is start to pull off some of the parts, which I know I'm just gonna paint. Like I said, I don't have an oven yet, so I'm not set up for powder coating, but for instance, I wouldn't powder coat the exhaust system. That would be blasted, primed, and painted, along with the heat shield. I'm gonna throw on a coat of satin clear on the seat pan. That way I can move forward with finishing that. And then start blasting and priming parts like the foot peg, the kickstand. I'll prime that. Engine, stator cover I should say. And just keep things going here. There's the stator cover, now all primed up. The heat shield for the exhaust has been blasted, primed, and painted, and it actually looks factory, which is so cool. Now I have the entire exhaust blasted, primed, and painted as well. All high heat paint. It looks so sick. That also looks factory. And yes, there is pitting on the exhaust, as to be expected for something that's almost 40 years old, but it cleaned up amazing. This is good stuff, tubers. Wanna go out? Come on, Mia. Come outside too. What's up, Bubba? Hey, Mia. Hey, Monica. What's up, sweetie? How's it going, Monica? Going potty, Mike? What's up with that ear? Alright, so this is where I'm going to end today's video. One last piece I blasted and painted and primed before I painted it is the skid plate. So this week I have a bunch of stuff coming. I have the shifter oil seal, I have the rear brake pedal rod, and I also have the return spring for the brake pedal itself. So once I get all that, I will be installing it, and I will be continuing to paint and prime and blast any parts that I can in the meantime while I'm waiting. We are also going to do the gas tank repair. So I'll check back in when that time comes. Thanks for watching.